There is an English word for a master teacher, guru. We have heard it 1,000 times. Business guru, fitness guru, tech guru, and maybe an AI guru now. It came into English from Sanskrit, but here is what almost nobody knows. The word does not mean teacher. It does not even mean wise. It means heavy. And once we know that, we can never hear it the same way again. Namaste, I am Pankaj Jain, and this week, as millions observe Guru Purnima, the full moon of the Guru, let's decode the word, the day, and one of the oldest ideas in Indian civilization, that knowledge is something a person can carry. Guru in Sanskrit is first an adjective, heavy, weighty, important, and it descends from the same ancient Indo-European root that gives Latin gravis, and through Latin the English words grave, gravitas, and gravity. Guru and gravity are cousins. When Sanskrit wanted a word for the teacher, it reached for the word for weight, a person dense with knowledge, someone whose presence pulls you into orbit the way mass bends space. We have felt this. Everyone who has ever had one great teacher has felt it. They walk into the room and the room reorganizes around them. Sanskrit did not invent that feeling. It was just named 3,000 years ago. Now many of us grew with a different explanation. Gu means darkness, Ru means the one who removes it. The Guru as the dispeller of darkness. That beautiful interpretation comes from later Sanskrit texts by tradition. But linguists will tell you the historical root is heavy. But notice the tradition and the linguists are saying the same thing from two different directions. Darkness is weightless. Ignorance is weightless. The teacher is the one thing heavy enough to hold you down while the world spins. So why this day, the full moon in the month of Ashad, is traditionally honored as the birthday of Vyāsa, the sage credited with compiling the Vedas into 4 collections and composing the Mahabharata, the world's oldest and longest epic. That's why this day is also called Vyāsa Purnima. Think about what that attribution means. Whatever the historical details, Indian civilization chose as its archetypal guru not a king, not a conqueror, an editor, a compiler, someone who took an ocean of inherited knowledge and organized it so the next generations could carry it forever. And other traditions layered their own meaning onto the same moon. In the Buddhist tradition, this full moon marks the Buddha's first sermon at Sarnath near Kashi. In the yogic tradition, it's honored as the day Shiva became the Adi Guru, the first teacher. One moon, many lamps. Here is the part I find astonishing as a professor. For well over 1,000 years before writing was widely used for sacred texts in India, the Vedas were transmitted mouth to ear, guru to student, with error correction methods that modern information theory would recognize. The same verse memorized forward, backward in interlocking word patterns, so that any slip by one student would clash against the memory of the others. The result, texts preserved across dozens of generations with astonishing fidelity before paper, before printing. That system had a name, Guru śiṣya paramparā, the unbroken succession from teacher to student. Even the word Upanishad encodes the method. It means roughly sitting down near knowledge transmitted at the teacher's feet, close enough to ask, close enough to be corrected. This was a technology, not metal, not stone, trust arranged across generations. Now put the two halves together. Modern systems certify teachers by credentials, degrees such as Ph.D. titles and followers. The Sanskrit word certifies by weight. A credential indicates what someone has completed. Weight tells you what someone can hold and what they can hold you through. And notice what the festival asks of you. Guru Purnima is not a day when the teacher demands honor. It is a day the student offers gratitude to every person who ever made you heavier in the good way. A grandparents, a coach, a professor, the author of a book that reorganized your life. Indian civilization looked at gratitude to teachers and decided it was too important to leave to chance. So it gave gratitude a date on the calendar and a moon in the sky. So this Guru Purnima, try the old meaning. Ask yourself, who are the heavy people in your life? The ones whose knowledge anchored you when everything else was weightless. And then do the traditional thing. In whatever form fits your life. Tell them, because the word never meant someone above you. It meant someone who keeps you from floating away. Whose weight are you grateful for? Tell me about your guru, teacher, parent, mentor, or author in the comments. I read them all. I am Pankaj Jain. Discover India, Bharat Darshan.